Good morning, each and everyone. Respected our special guest of the ceremony, Sri Kedivizo, the Principal Secretary to Chief Minister of Nagaland, and he is also a member of the Board of Directors, Kohima Smart City Development Limited. Our respected Chief Executive Officer of the Kohima Smart City Development Limited, our respected Administrator, Kohima Municipal Council, the AHOD and HODs of the state departments present and other officials who are here with us today, Kohima Municipal Ward leaders, other frontal organizations, NGOs, who are present here today and celebrating with us. To start with, the 7th year each is a popular belief. It is a time frame of its significance found in astrology about change and about long-term relationship. We also find its significance in the biblical significance of projects that took about 7 years, about temples constructions and its completions, and also about 7 years of plantations, about the readiness of the government of all of the people to face the pending famines, hardships, and about healing. Today we are celebrating 7th anniversary of Smart City Mission implementation, seemingly in correlation with all those significance of astrology and also religion in our project constructions, about changes, about sustainability, about corrections which we are making towards our city and the preparedness of our city towards its future. We are privileged and delighted to have you all in our midst in this momentous occasion of the 7th year anniversary celebration of Smart City Mission. Today, all over India, all the 100 smart cities are celebrating this ceremony. We are observing the 7th year of Smart City Mission, which was implemented at the Union Ministry level during 2015.
Kohima, as one of the smart cities, is celebrating with the other 99 cities today across the length and breadth of India. And with the theme, Sabka Bharat, Nikharta Bharat. The National Smart Cities Mission, as we all know, was launched on 25th June 2015 by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, with a vision to make cities citizen-friendly and sustainable, to provide core infrastructure and to give a decent quality of life to its citizens, a clean and sustainable environment and application of smart solutions. Today, as the Smart Cities Mission completes 7 years, Kohima also has come far in terms of infrastructure, information technology, and other basic amenities required for a smart city. And with a vision of a better Kohima for all of us, we also seek the cooperation of all stakeholders in realizing our collective dream of a smart Kohima with smarter citizens.
Kohima Smart City area-based development is limited to 7 wards only. There is Midland, D Block, New Market, Darkland, Nagabazar, Chodabasti and Kejiki, covering 280 acres. Therefore, implementation of Kohima Smart City projects are confined to these wards only. Though we have few projects like mobility, bus stoppage, CCTV coverage, green belts, nurturing neighborhood challenge, hotspot in Pan Kohima City. Today, I would also like to brief you about the present status of Kohima Smart City projects. The original project cost of Kohima Smart City was 1,000 crores on the basis of 50-50 funding pattern. That is 500 CR from Government of India and 500 CR from state government. However, their project cost was revised recently and brought to 550 crores due to change of funding pattern to 90-10 by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So now from Government of India, we will be getting only 500 CR and from state government 50 CR. For changing the funding pattern, we have recently cancelled the project costing to 450 CRs. So far, Kohima Smart City has completed 17 projects out of 35 projects. Some of the major projects which we have completed are Integrated Central Command and Control, ICCC, Capital Cultural Hall, Beautification Works, Community Build at the New Market, and pedestrian-friendly footpath in Kohima town, including procurement of mobility for municipal wards. Some of the ongoing works like multi-level parking at all medical directorate and NSD bus station, walkable street, cycle track, these are expected to be completed within the next 2 to 3 months. Some of the smart city projects, I should say the major projects are just starting. That is city center, local ground redevelopment, Battleton redevelopment, and community buildings with parking and commercial facilities in 6 wards. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has given the time duration for completion of smart city projects. That is June 2023. So we have only 1 year to complete our ongoing projects. Therefore, in conclusion, it is my sincere request that Kohima Smart City needs your full cooperation and support for completion of these ongoing projects. Thank you.
A very good morning to all of you. It is indeed a privilege for me to be making these opening remarks on the visual that will be witnessed a short while from now. This video has been constructed in the shortest possible manner due to the paucity of time, and therefore may not have covered all the minute details. Nevertheless, all sincere efforts have been rendered in giving its audience the best possible insight on Kohima Smart City and its journey towards its mission objective. Considered as one of the smallest and underdeveloped region in the country, and with hardly any of its economic capabilities of its own, a region entangled in confused political disorder, tagged as one of the most unlivable cities in the country a few years back. And yet again, Kohima and its citizens were granted with another gleam of hope when in the year 2016, 20th September, Kohima was selected as one of the 100 smart cities in the country, an initiative of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, MOHUA, under Smart City Mission. So then, keeping in mind the priority of catering to the needs and aspirations of the citizens, Kohima Smart City began its journey towards a vision of transforming Kohima into a smarter city, into a more livable city, into a city provided with at least the basic core infrastructure. So thus far have we come now, till date. Since inception of Kohima Smart City, it has also been our firm belief that It is only you and I together that will enable and propel Kohima to grow further and achieve its maximum progressiveness. So with these few words, I would like to now present the audience with a visual on the journey of Kohima Smart City. Please enjoy.
Let me congratulate the rank and file of the Smart City Development Limited team, headed by Engineer Keza as Chief Executive Officer, the Urban Development Department, the Municipal Affairs Department, the Kohima Municipal Council, public leaders, and the others for all the initiatives that have been undertaken and those that are in the pipeline. I'm aware that the two multi-parking spaces that are in the process of completion, the development of the Kochiji ground, IT kiosk, installation of street lights, installation of CCTV, etc. are some of the initiatives which are taken up in the Kohima Smart City. And upon their completion, it will go a long way in easing the living standards of the citizens in our capital town. The government, under different departments such as health, education, power, IT, etc., are also taking steps to see that welfare schemes of the government reach the targets so that a holistic development can take place in Kohima City. The focus of Smart City Mission is on sustainable and inclusive development to create cities that works for its citizens, livable, sustainable and thriving, and to offer multiple opportunities to its people to pursue their diverse interests. Keeping in mind the purpose of Smart City Mission to drive economic growth and improve the quality of life of people by enabling local area development and harnessing technology, especially technology that leads to smart outcomes. Let our mission be to build the 4 pillars of Smart City Mission: the social infrastructure, physical infrastructure, institutional infrastructure, including governance and economic structures, around our identity with the citizens as a center of attention for each of these pillars. And let our plan be to serve with citizens at the center, be it in planning, execution and delivery. Today in Nagaland, we need to start from the basics. We have to ensure cleanliness in our city, and making efforts to clean the city and to educate the public is important. Waste segregation measures need to be taken up, and its importance should be communicated to the public, as it will ease the recycling measures, greatly reduce the logistical cost and space required for dumping of waste. Water supply is a basic need. It sustains health, livelihood, and general living environment of the city residents. Smart city projects and plans must ensure that every person has access to clean water for drinking and sanitation purposes, as water is a precious resource. Therefore, sustainable methods of harvesting rainwater need to be explored so that supply remain consistent across all the seasons. Planning of green spaces and plantation around the city is important. We have to learn from big cities and not repeat their mistakes. And our smart city project must provide decent life for all. Community facilities and space that encourage social interaction, physical activity like jogging, walking, cycling, and other exercise need to be planned and implemented across various zones in the city. In a region like ours, an efficient drainage system is extremely important, as this will improve the hygiene of the city, reduce unpleasant odor, spread of disease, and ensure the structural integrity of the pavements and roads. At present, in our Kohima city, our drainage are not properly cleaned. There is very less public toilets, there is very less dustbins, and even the entry of Kohima city, especially around Kohima Naga Hospital area, gives a very poor picture of the city. And citizens, the various wards, should come forward to help the Kohima city to give a major facelift, at least in the outlook. As the city expands, we cannot continue to rely on rustic methods for our human waste as well. And efforts should be made to ensure that we develop a sewage systems, at least in the upcoming new development projects. Today, public transport and traffic congestions are still a major concern for the people, and short-term solutions are not enough. The Smart City team need to do extensive study and generate solutions that consider the present and future needs of the people. The solution also needs to be contextualized to our region, as our terrain is very difficult and other states in India and global best practices from similar hilly terrain can be explored for this. As we go about planning, designing, proposing, and implementing the various projects, we must keep the following principles in mind. Engage the community, work with them to identify factors affecting them, and find out potential solutions. We must leverage technology. Creating a smart city must also include educating the public to be smart citizens, and that includes extensive use of information technology and electronic data-backed approach. We have to be inclusive. The smart cities should be benefit all citizens. We also have to be visionary. The smart city team should be innovative and have long-term solutions that are not only effective but also has potential to improve upon the original plans. That being said, if planning is haphazard or not implemented strategically, it could have unforeseen consequences contributing to unsuitable living conditions. We should therefore use information and technology communications extensively to increase operational efficiency, share information with the public, and improve both the quality of services and citizens' welfare. Today, cities are under tremendous pressure to satisfy the needs of its citizens. However, smart city performance hugely depends on its citizens. Towards this end, I'm happy to learn that the Kohima Smart City is extensively working on sensitizing its citizens to be responsible and enable them to create a sustainable and resilient community. May you not get tired in your relentless effort to make an impact in the life of the citizens of Kohima. May the Kohima Smart City emerge as the cleanest and smartest city in northeastern region of India, and may it serve as a role model for other cities to follow.